Line the baseline with your host MB and K Lou. What's going on?
I don't think we lie.
Yeah, we lie. We lie.
Oh, now
Yeah.
we lie. Yeah.
Oh, you delayed. That's what's going on. So yeah, but my boy having a little rain trouble, a little thunder and lightning. You know how I get up on that internet. Now I think everything's digital now, and that helps a lot. But it seems like that weather is undefeated in me.
No doubt. No doubt. You're right about it.
Whether it was old school cable or now it's fancy and you going internet and digital stuff, and that started thundering and lightning, boy, and everything started freezing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
look, Olympics still been going on, MB. It's been super exciting as usual. I've been watching it. But we gonna start right off. MB got something to tell y'all. Josh Allen just hit the jackpot, baby. He hit the lottery again.
Pay the man. Yeah. Last time we was talking about these first rounders. Pay the man.
Yeah, yeah. It's so crazy. You gotta say, first of all, 40 million is the going rate. I think he ended up with 43 a year, averaged out. Um, it's hard to speak against it. He did a great job. Buffalo is relevant. Buffalo, was in the mix and could have easily been playing for the Super Bowl. Actually, MB the past 2 seasons, you can make an argument if plays went their way here or there. That was a possibility. And it's been under his leadership. So, I mean, you have to pay a guy like that, especially when ain't nobody been there like that since old Jim Kelly. Throw that thing like Jim Kelly, LB.
You went way back.
Well, I'm just trying to think. I mean, Bledsoe spent two
Bledsoe was
days
there.
there, but I don't really count that. What
Yeah.
was he there? Like a season, maybe two?
Yeah, maybe two.
Um,
I'm trying to think.
but I'm talking about really a franchise guy. You had Doug Flutie there, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about a franchise quarterback where
Josh
you could,
Sloman. Yeah.
yeah, you could hang your hat on this guy
Yeah.
gonna be here,
It's been
for
a
a little
minute.
bit.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Right. So I think they did the right thing, MB. I mean, it may not you may not love it, if you're not a Buffalo fan, but I mean, their fans got to be going crazy that they've locked him up, and he belongs to them. And here we go. They got that centerpiece to always build off of. Now you can work guys around him. You can, now the draft makes more sense, MB. I mean, I know I always complain about quarterbacks. As far as them, I want them to take the same, blame as they do, they get the success for. So I love that. I want that to be done more. But when you look at him, man, you look at every team, and if they don't have a him in place, a focal piece, a franchise guy, quarterback wise to build around, then most of the time you hear people complain about their draft picks.
Yeah. I think obviously, it's a quarterback driven league, and you got to have a trigger man, the right trigger man, behind it to get it done. And I look at him. He came in with some question marks from Wyoming, and even we question his accuracy and stuff. But one thing it seemed like he did is that every year he just keep getting better and better. And this past season, he runner up to the MVP. So
Right.
every year you see that, you see the growth, and then Buffalo, did a good job of putting playmakers around him as well. I mean
Right.
that Diggs trade from Minnesota, that was huge, and then they had some receivers around them as well, and then man, it's a good team. It's a really good team. They got a complete team, offense, defense. So I just see him getting better and better. especially coming that 2018 draft class. Yeah, he just got better and better. So rightfully so, man. Pay the man.
MB, and like I'm a repeat what I said a sec. What's
What's up, MB? What's going on, Caleb?
What's good? I'm gonna repeat again what I said. We talking about Josh Allen, Pac Jam, the 43 million he got, and saying that it was the right thing to do. It was a great thing to do. And what I was saying to MB earlier, it seems like the teams that don't do that or don't have that guy to do that with, you always question their draft picks. You always question their free agency moves. But MB just named like 2 or 3 people, that made perfect sense. They only make perfect sense though, because they got a franchise guy, that can deliver the rock.
Well, again, what MB is looking at, like you say, the franchise guy. The thing is that Buffalo was trying to do, they was trying to avoid the Dak Prescott mistake, as MB probably spoke about earlier, prior to me getting on. But that's the thing. He gave you one great year, but because you look at year by year, this last year was only his outlier of a great season. Now, you can contribute that to one or two things. You can say either he has gotten better or it's because he has weapons. And my thing is this a lot of times, too, is I judge a great quarterback, franchise quarterback, on if he doesn't have the weapons, can he still get it? Can he still move the ball? Can he still get us a first down? To me, that's the franchise guy. But they didn't want to be in it because that's the thing. The Dak Prescott Dallas Cowboy put out such a scary movie. Nobody wanted to relive that movie. Because me personally, if I was Buffalo, I would have rolled the dice on him and went it out this season. Even if I would have lost, that means my penalty would have been between $25 to $50 million. But I would have took that gamble. I really would have. Because the difference is of him getting that huge contract now, they got a lot of pieces coming up on deals versus when Mahomes got his, they had a lot of guys already cemented in. Tyreek was already cemented in. The tight end, his deal was done. You had all the pieces, all the pieces was already nailed down by contracts. So it was easier for Kansas City to do that deal. Buffalo, you can't, I'm not sure about that. You got a lot of guys coming up for deals, but hey, they took it. They took the risk on paying him now. You'd have to give me another sample size because he only gave me one good season. That was it.
Well, that's interesting you say that. I'm going to push back against that. I'm going to say you have to, no matter what you end up putting around him, you still have to lock him up. I hear what you're saying, but hey, damn, the teams that float around and play this game never works out well for them. I'm immediately think back to Washington, and they did this to Kirk Cousins year after year after year. And where did they live?
I didn't say go 3 years, do it. Washington did 3 years. I'm saying get one more sample size before we give him the deal.
And then, like you just said, Dak Prescott, the same thing. Like, I'm just saying, like, lock him up, give him a semblance of he's going to be here. And now guys commit. All the quarterbacks that are franchise quarterbacks, they usually, when they get their deal, they commit to the team. They start recruiting for you. They spending 23 hours a day, around the organization. It's just a better look and feel. The fans are able to get behind them. I just think even if it blows up into their face, guess what? They got to start over anyway, just like they would have if he was on your 1-year deal. I say do it. At least you putting him in a position where he knows that's over with. I can focus solely on football.
Yeah, and I like when you talk about, to me, they're a young team, and they got a lot of guys around, and they got some free agents and stuff.
I'm talking about that defense. That defense is great, but that defense coming up on deals. That's what I'm talking about.
Like who on defense coming up with deals? You locked in your top corner. The oldest guy on there is Hughes, and you already drafted. They already drafted 2 defensive ends. They just locked up their linebackers. The linebackers are young. I mean, this is a young team. Like who on defense? Like who?
But see that's the thing. That's what I'm. But see, this is the thing. The new era that we are now in, MB. Guys are not waiting till the last year. That you got linebackers with 2 years out saying, I want a new deal. Cornerbacks, 2 years. They're doing just like quarterbacks now. They're saying, I want a new deal. So all this here playing it to the end, nobody's doing it in today's NFL no more. Nobody.
Yeah,
And and then you get a lot of the old guys saying, "Oh, this ain't NBA." No, this is 2021 business. Is what this is. It's not about the league. It is. These guys, nobody's playing out deals no more in football. No matter what position they play, they're not.
yeah. I'm just saying though, defensively, I mean, they
So
got
to
this.
say, but
This
that's
a
the
young
thing.
team. They got everybody. They got all their top guys locked up.
But that's what I'm. But see, that's the thing. Guys play out. Guys play to that second year. They get to make it Pro Bowl, All Pro team. Guess what guys are saying? What the agents are doing? Hey, you need to come see us. We want a deal. That's what guys are doing now. Guys are not doing this here. Oh, I'm down with the franchise. We're going to play it out. And no, they're not doing that. So guess what? You have to take that into consideration as a general manager. Okay, let me see. Okay, he got after this season, he got 2 years left. He's gave me two. He's back to back Pro Bowls. You got to think those are things got to be thought out too when you do these quarterback deals. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you're going to push all your chips to the middle and say, you know what, Josh Allen's going to carry us to the storm no matter rain, sleet, or snow, then that was a great decision if that's your mindset. But guess what? It's not if you realize I'm trying to make this team a championship team because guess what? Patrick Mahomes in the AFC. He's not in the NFC. He's right over there with you, Buffalo. So all things considered, I'm just saying as a GM, you got to look at the totality of the situation and not just say, okay, I just want a franchise quarterback. What is the biggest thing we just went through with Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers just told you it wasn't about money. I didn't like the fact you're getting rid of guys walking out the door, guys we need to retain. So that's letting you know, guys, really, he's letting you know it's important. He named like 4 defensive guys that left that team that they let go. He wasn't offensive. It was 4 defensive guys along with 2 offensive guys. But he knows what you need to win a Super Bowl. And one of the outliers in this game that we see is everybody says Brady take a pay cut. No, Brady don't. Brady always gets his money front loaded. And it's not in signing bonuses. At the end of the day, Brady knows he does his contract like that so they can get other positional players to win a championship. Because Brady ain't never won a Super Bowl with a rooted boot defense. Never. Every defense he won has been a top 5 defense, if not top 5, top 8 defense. He ain't went out there with nothing now. So just think about that when you do these deals. Look at Cleveland Browns, my quarterback. They're telling Baker Mayfield, guess what? You got to show some more. It's show and tell, baby. That's the game we play.
I think that's a different situation.
Yeah.
They were able. I mean, that run game and defense took them there. Let's be honest. So I think that's a completely different situation.
I'm glad you said that. Sorry to cut you. I'm glad you said that because that's the exact same thing. Jared, the quarterback of St. Louis is not Detroit.
Oh.
Jared Goff, he did the exact same thing Baker did. He was behind a number 1 running game before he blew his knee all the way out. He did the exact same thing and got his money. He didn't get his money throwing with 5,000, 6,000 yards.
Well, Pac Jam, again, Baker Mayfield, we've questioned him every year of his career. So I think it's a different situation. Either way, though, if you see what Cleveland did, they're spending money. And whether you end up paying a franchise quarterback or not, you still gonna have to make those same moves around them. It just makes it easier when you got a trigger man. And here's the point: even if they decide to go elsewhere and not go with Baker, which obviously rolls us right into the same. This was next on the agenda anyway. Even if they decide not to go there, they still gonna be looking to pay a quarterback this $40 million or better. Still, doesn't change.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Pac Jam. I'm trying. I want to make sure I'm understanding your question or your statement because, like, I'm looking at Buffalo Bills like they're a young team, and they got like Jerry Hughes on, especially on defense. White, their top corner, Pro Bowl, All Pro corner. They got him locked up. This is a young team. The other dude they need to get done is the linebacker Edmonds, who came in the same draft class. So they look to lock him up, and they just locked up a linebacker.
But that's what I'm saying. You keep saying young. You keep saying young, like that means I'm just gonna play this deal out. That's not how today's football is going, MB. Nobody's doing that. That's what I'm saying. These guys, young guys, are doing this. I make one more All-Pro team. I may have 2, sometimes 3 years left of my deal. Hey, I need a deal over here, y'all. I need something. That's all I'm saying.
So you saying they should have waited to pay this guy because?
No, I'm saying they should have waited till after this season. Give me one more sample size. Because I need to know if is it Diggs or is it you? Who is it? Because I know Diggs was doing what he did in Minnesota. So I just want to make sure that that is you. I need to know who
we can argue that about a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, I'm just saying. You know,
but that's a different argument, Pat. I'm talking about, but you was talking about pending free agents. I'm like, they're a young team. You know, they got a lot of guys locked up already. That's the next dude to get paid. Him and the linebacker, the quarterback of the defense. But when you bring about Diggs, now that's a different argument, though.
No, because guess what? Diggs coming up on a deal too. Diggs is coming up on a deal too.
They just paid Diggs when they traded for him.
No.
I thought they redid his deal.
No. Minnesota paid Diggs.
I thought they redid him.
No.
Yeah. So now you bring up a different statement. Now when you talk about Diggs,
hey,
will it matter though? So Pat Jam, you saying if Tyreek Hill was up, even though we got a $500 million man, it's gonna change anything? It's not. That's my argument.
No. What I said
change anything.
I said it made it eat. First of all, I'm not going to even put Josh Allen in the same sentence with P. Funk.
I know. I'm saying in general, any quarterbacking. I'm saying you see this on everybody's team. That's what I'm saying. I'm generalizing it.
I just believe I would have had to get one more sample size because in all his time in Buffalo, he's only had one great season.
Well, say that. I can understand that. But
that's it. I'm not going to give you $250 million and all I got was 16 games out of you. I'm not going to do it.
I'll argue that, but that's the weakest position in football every year. You know, quarterback position. Okay. So if you can get a guy that's showing you that he's amongst the best, whether it's for a season or not, you got to throw it behind.
I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Can't win with him.
Yeah. So you
can't do it, baby.
That's a different
I can't do it.
Pat,
I can't do it.
That's a different argument in the sense of you saying, well, he still got to prove himself. It was a deal.
Yeah, he got to give me one more season. I just can't. I can't go with one season.
When talking about pending free agency, I'm like, these dudes are locked up. I don't care who locked up.
But that's the thing.
White just signed, especially on defense.
You know what?
They just locked them up. But as far as
can I get the?
But this guy got better. And that's a
can I get the NFL's great?
This guy got better every year. He got better.
Can I get the NFL's great very own MB to come into 2021 contract negotiations?
And say what?
And realize that 2021 negotiation is not being done the same way they was going on when NFL great was in the league.
But you saying something out of the side of your neck about the defensive guy. They got all their top guys lined up.
I'm gonna remind you this here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remind you of this day, and I'm gonna go back to this podcast on this day after this season. When you see guys 2 years out with Buffalo say, "I want a new deal," I'm gonna remind you of that now, and I want you to have that same energy about, man, what he know. That's all I'm gonna do.
Hey, listen, that happened when we played. You know, dudes was asking for bigger deals and had 2 years deals on the left. So that's nothing new. You know, I was just wondering what pending free agent you was talking about. But this guy here, he's got better. Now you bring up a different argument. If you don't think he's ready to get paid, let him pay another year. I can understand that.
I can't do it. I can't win with him.
But from a defensive standpoint, when you talking about they got pending guys, the only dude they got is the linebacker. All the other top guys, they just got locked up.
Hey, Caleb, drop that track, man. Drop that track, man. Drop my track. Because that's how I feel. Drop that track.
I told everybody at the very beginning of the week, I will not tolerate players that think it's about them when it's about the team. And we cannot make decisions that cost the team and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No. You know what?
I can't do it.
This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Can't do it, MB.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I can't do it. Can't do it. One season, And you want 250 mil? No, I'm the general manager, not Wells Fargo. I can't do it. I will not
Pat,
do it.
you still answer my question. Who on defense they got to pay other than Edmonds? Who they about to
Listen.
pay now?
All I'm saying is that linebacker and that cornerback make all pro this year, they're going to want a new deal. And they're not going to want no deal.
Last year.
Listen, call 1-800 Miami Dolphin cornerback and let me know what he just said.
Who, Howard?
Let me know what he just said. With 4 years left on the deal. What he just said?
He trying to get up out of there for some different.
What he just said with 4 years left. I can't do it.
That's crazy right there.
I can't do it.
He's trying to get out of there, though.
Kevin, what he said? I did not play that contract. I can't do it.
Yeah. But I'm saying that stuff like that been happening when me and K-Lou played. That's nothing new. You know,
Okay.
You want to get re-up.
Well, we going to revisit it then.
You believe in a quarterback. Hey, that guy got better and better. But you bring a good point. That's a different point when you're talking about what is it Diggs or him. Okay, that's a different point. But when you talk about not paying him because of pending free agency, that's the only thing I'm disagreeing with.
Right.
Because you already got their young team. They already got a lot of the guys locked up.
Well, I'm not going to pay him with one sample size. I'm not going to do it.
Well,
MB moving right along with that quarterback conversation, Lamar Jackson. Obviously now Josh Allen getting his deal done. Dak Prescott getting his deal done. Are we looking for Pat Mahomes type numbers with Lamar Jackson? I think he's in that class.
Pat, would you pay him?
Well, the thing about it is, the thing about it is, he's gonna get paid, but he's gonna have more clauses in his contract than you got socks in your drawer, and it's because of the fact he's a run-first quarterback, and they're gonna try to protect themselves in this deal. That's what's going on right now because he's working on his deal before the season started, so we know what's going on. It's about the franchise protecting themselves because they're not going to give him $150 million guarantee what these other boys been getting, and he's a run first guy. They're not going to do it. I promise you that. His guarantee going to be between 75 to 80, from between 75 to 90. His guarantee. Remember, I told you that his guarantee will not be above 90 million. And it's because
you're saying he'll be nowhere close to Pat Mahomes. Then
I'm saying it'll be so incentivized to that number, but. Like
but I mean, you could argue that. I would actually argue this. I ain't saying you could. I would actually argue he means more to his team than Patrick Mahomes does to
Kevin, how many times
like
you had a talk?
All of their offense.
Kevin, how many times you told me and we had a talk and you showed me, said, hey, look here, Pat. All that money right there, that's money that he'll never see. But he will see this. And that's what I believe this contract's going to be.
Wow.
I
don't think he's going to sign it then. If it's like you, he's not signing that deal.
Hold on, Pat.
He's not signing that.
Okay, Pat. I'm trying to find. So you're saying that, okay, do you think he'll get more than Josh Allen? Because Josh Allen just got an average $43 million a year, and he got the highest guaranteed, $150 million guaranteed. So you think, okay, and right now you're questioning Josh Allen. You say he need to prove it again. What's your take on Lamar Jackson? Does he need to prove it again?
No.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, listen. I'm answering this question as a Baltimore executive. I'm not answering this Pac Jam. I'm telling you.
He does put on another hat on you, MB.
I'm telling you that he will not get the guaranteed money of $100 million or more. It's going to be between 75 and 90.
Hey, Pat.
Another thing that you and Kevin both are aware of. We can't get caught up in what a contract averages. Let's talk about what you put in the bank. Because he can average anything, but that's just it. It just averaged that, but that ain't going to Wells Fargo. Do you agree? Y'all know that. I know y'all.
Go ahead.
I learned that from y'all. So I'm saying I don't believe with his style of play that he's gonna get $150 million guaranteed. It's gonna be between 75 and 90 guaranteed. Is what I'm saying.
Where you getting these numbers from, bro?
What do you mean?
Where you getting these numbers from? Like, where you getting like?
So do you believe he's gonna get $150 million guaranteed?
He gonna get more. Listen.
Yeah, he gonna have a Patrick Mahomes deal. That's who he.
No.
Yeah,
no.
You just said out your mouth you got questions about Josh Allen as far as, you know, is Diggs made him great or less feeling taste great, right? But you got Lamar Jackson, and it's questions about his game, but he's the face of Baltimore. Their offense revolves around him. Hey, he's gonna get paid more than that dude. The bar's been set. This is the fair market value.
Okay.
So when you talk about 80, you only think he get 80, 90 million.
Listen.
Come on, child, please.
Listen.
Like,
They
got
all
more, like,
just to let you know,
man, that don't make.
I don't know why you don't want to believe this.
Believe what?
How many guys have been the face of the organization, as you just said, but behind closed doors, they ain't committed to that face? Have you ever seen that before?
Dak Prescott. Till
Thank
he
you.
finally changed.
Thank you. And
Till
you seen
finally
it before.
changed. Yeah.
Listen,
he got paid.
you seen it, and you seen it before then too. You just might want to speak on it, and we'll leave that alone for another day. But I'm just saying, Lamar Jackson is the face of Baltimore, but he's not the face of Baltimore behind those closed doors upstairs. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying though, it's fair market value. All right, this dude. Now, only negative I see here, I think his mama's doing this negotiation. So
yeah, his mama is his agent.
His mama, right?
His mama's his agent. Yes,
but
his mother's his agent.
But when you talk about him, I want to look. I'm trying to pull up the number. I was watching something earlier when talking about the guaranteed money in quarterbacks and who got what. And bro, it's for you to say 80 not child, please.
Do you know right now the general manager and Harbaugh both upset with him right now? You know why?
Who?
Harbaugh, John Harbaugh, and the general
manager
manager's upset with Lamar right now. You know why?
Why is that?
He ain't practiced one day yet. Not one day. You know why he ain't practiced one day yet?
COVID.
Oh. And he told them what they didn't want to hear. I'm not taking the shot.
Oh, Kirk Cousins?
No, Lamar Jackson.
Oh, okay. My bad.
He ain't practiced one day, Kevin. He has not practiced one day in training camp. He's been out 11 days. Today was his first day back, and he didn't practice today.
Bro.
The head coach and the GM upset with him right now.
I want to put Pat, but that.
All I'm saying is, you know this as well as I know. In today's time, especially when you're negotiating contracts and things of that nature, and you saying I'm all into the team, they don't believe that during this day and time with what we got going on right now.
Pat,
they question how all in you are. That's all I'm saying.
Pat, let me get some wisdom to what you're talking about, right? Okay, what you saying? Okay, you telling me that you only get us do how much in guaranteed money?
90.
Okay,
that's what I heard.
Pat, look. Pat, that's what I'm saying. We need to drug test you, right?
Right no, you don't.
Okay, hey, look, guaranteed money. Right, here's the top 10 guaranteed money. Ryan Tannehill got 91 million guaranteed.
Who?
Matthew Stafford got 92 million guaranteed from the Aaron Rodgers, 98. Matt Ryan, 100 million. Russell Wilson, who signed this deal a few years ago, $107 million guaranteed. Carson Wentz, basically $108 million guaranteed. Jared Goff, right? $110 million guaranteed. Deshaun Watson, $110.7 million guaranteed. Dak Prescott, $126 million guaranteed. And then Patrick Mahomes, 141, and then Josh Allen just got it. So you telling me, right, they're part of the same draft class, right, that this dude is going to say, oh, you know what, because I'm a running quarterback, blah, 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 I'm going to take less guarantee.
You heard what I said, MB.
Where that ever happened in the NFL?
MB, you heard what I said. He ain't signing it. If Pac Jam if what Pac Jam has said is true, he ain't signing it.
Every quarterback, this is good. I love this conversation. Every quarterback you just named, listen, every quarterback you just named, the year prior to them signing that deal, all had better stats than Jackson has had last year. Everybody you named had more touchdowns. Every quarterback you just named.
That's amazing, Pat.
Listen, not rushing, throwing the ball.
But Pat Jam, you just used that against You just used that same argument against Josh Allen in reverse.
Exactly.
You're saying that Lamar Jackson needs weapons?
No,
What are you saying?
You just said about Josh Allen, you need another year out of him. Lamar Jackson then gave you MVP years before this, so he stumbled a little bit, and you still don't want to pay him.
Listen, his MVP. I just said throwing the ball. Everybody you just named, the year they got that deal.
Exactly, but he
all
was
had
MVP
more-
numbers throwing the ball. Not
No, he was
last
MVP.
year,
He was MVP running the ball,
and
he had over
throwing
1,000
the
yards
year
rushing.
before.
and he had 3,000 yards passing, 4,000 passing, over 1,000 yards rushing. He wasn't in the 5,000 club. Don't do that.
All right,
Bro, but he was MVP, changing the game. He the fake, bro. Listen, hey, bro.
Well, why he ain't signed? If it's that simple, why he ain't signed? If it's that simple.
Hey,
Because he was negotiating before Josh Allen was. If it's that easy.
Hey, and right now I'll be texting Josh Allen. Hey man, thank you very much for signing that deal.
MB.
Hey, you increased my price tag. I would
MB,
right now all the quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield, all that, they need to be thanking Josh Allen because he helped them get paid even more.
Listen, if it was that simple and he was negotiating before Josh Allen, why he ain't signing it if it's that easy?
Bro, it's not. He's got part of
it's a negotiation pack, Jam.
Negotiation, man. It's part of it. Bro, this Josh Allen deal helps get this thing done because it shows them it shows Baltimore, man. If Buffalo's gonna pay Josh Allen that much, man, this is more leverage for Lamar Jackson. You said out your mouth, right? You said, well, Josh Allen got to prove it, but then Lamar Jackson. I asked you that question. I say, does Lamar got to prove anything? No, Lamar already proved. That's what you said.
Lamar's going to give you what Lamar's not going to give you more than what he's giving you already.
Bro, but listen, let me ask you the question. You just said $90 million. I just read off the guaranteed money that these quarterbacks have. You telling me he can't go in there and say, Russell Wilson signed this deal about 3 years ago. He got 107. Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, man, I got to at least get a bit more guaranteed money.
He going to get traded, Pac Jam. I can promise you that before he signed that.
Right. Come on,
okay.
Man.
I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying he's not signing that kind of deal.
No, I'm saying he's wrong.
And that's why he has not signed it, because he's not going to get that. He's not going to get that.
He's not going to get what?
What Josh Allen just got? He's not going to get what Josh Allen just got. He's not.
He's going to get less than Josh Allen. Don't lock yourself in the 90. Give us some range.
He's not going to get nowhere near 150. 110 at the most.
What does that
Maybe
mean,
120.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. So we at the 90 to 120 range.
Right.
Okay. That settles the MP.
Everything else is confetti.
That'll give you something to come back on. So listen, I know we ain't talking. We're gonna shift this thing over to the Olympics. And speaking of bounce back,
hold on. Hey, what's your boy gonna get, Bakerfield? What you think, Baker?
I don't think they paying him.
Baker's not getting paid.
If he doesn't somebody else. That's me.
Baker's not getting paid.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
So if you Baker, you'll wait another year.
They're not gonna offer him. I think.
Listen, the ball is see. That's where you're wrong at. The ball is not even in his court.
Right.
The ball, we got the ball.
You're the general manager. So what?
Okay.
You'll wait another. That's what I'm asking you.
He's Dak Prescott. He got to play it out to the dope.
Okay, so he's got to play it one more year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
And then we're gonna franchise him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has no excuse. He has a number one running game. He got 2 great tight ends, 3 good receivers. He got no excuse.
No doubt.
And a good offensive line. He ain't got no excuse.
He got the number 1 offensive line in football.
Right.
In the run and pass. 3 Pro Bowlers on the O-line.
He ain't got no excuse. And that's why we go into the dope.
No doubt. I agree with it.
That's a trade. That's a trade right there, MB. So speaking of bounce back, the Olympics USA basketball team making me look crazy, making me eat my words as they tap right on into the gold medal round, Pac Jam. MB, I'm gonna let you have this. How are they able to get this done?
You know that alpha dog they got over there, man. I keep telling you, man, he keep watching this show. He watches the show before he goes out and play, man. This for K. Luke, you know? Man. Then he play a little defense, he do his thing. But nah, man, they I guess they're clicking at the right. He stepped up, obviously, but Holiday, the help that they got, they changed the lineup and stuff, you know. Just playing better ball right now, overall, you know, playing a little bit better defense as well. They starting the game out low, but I mean, you got to look at Kevin Durant, you know, as far as, and, you know, reading comments, I looked at Drew Holiday, he's like Kevin Durant, Middleton, they talking about Kevin Durant. So, you know, so obviously he's definitely a big part of it, you know?
You know, and that's huge, man. I will say I agree with you completely. But I wonder this, MB, with him getting a chance to really start finding himself in that role, in an alpha type role. I'm not willing to designate him as an alpha yet. He got to bring it home before I start even talking like that. But in this alpha type role, you know what I immediately thought to? I thought immediately to how's that gonna gel with his homeboy Kyrie? Completely, MB. I went straight from the Olympic to how's that gonna mesh with Kyrie? Because Kyrie don't do well with accepted order. He won't out of there when you start talking to him. So go ahead, Pat.
Well, I think what we have to remember is this, because one of the things coming out on Kyrie is the organization is really what they want. They're KD. The organization is not committed to Kyrie. The organization was only deal with Kyrie because of KD. Remember, KD made it. It was on the record that was a package deal. Him and Kyrie.
Okay.
You know, and after last season, we have to be honest. After last season, that put a sour note in everybody's mouth, from the coaching staff to the front office. When Kyrie went on that hiatus about 3-4 games and didn't communicate with no. Remember the one game he missed the game, didn't call nobody, and then he called a teammate and said, "I ain't coming." Remember that night?
Right.
And everybody was like, "Where's Waldo with Kyrie?" Then Kyrie said, "There's some personal issues. There's some things." So because of the mental health, he didn't use the words mental health. He just said personal issues. Everybody backed up. You know, nobody didn't want to say nothing. But then it became like, okay, well, even if you're going through something, call your employer. So Kyrie sat out a lot of games last year on his own. So I don't think that, be honest with you, I don't think that the organization is going to offer that same deal to Kyrie, because all three guys are eligible for that 198. All three of them are eligible for the 198. I don't believe the organization is going to offer that to Kyrie. I believe they're going to offer
the season, after this season coming up.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't believe that they're going to offer that to Kyrie. And actually, to be honest with you, Kyrie's eligible for it now because it came at the same time. Remember, it's hard has to play one more year for the 198. Him and Kyrie got there together. They was there, remember?
So they offered it to KD already?
KD signed it today, the 198.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's breaking news.
Yes, it's all over everywhere.
That's breaking news.
Yes. Kevin Durant signed his 198 4-year extension.
Hey, LB, I got my head bit on. They just signed it 10 minutes ago. Where you been?
No, so what I'm saying is, you can look at it. It's all on ESPN. It's on Fox, everywhere. So what I'm saying is, if you notice, it was not offered to Kyrie. Kyrie's eligible for the 198. Why wasn't it offered to him?
That's what it said. They said it hasn't been offered to Kyrie.
It's only common sense. If both are eligible, why he ain't signing it? They didn't offer it to him.
Wait, now that's Kyrie. I don't just imagine the norm. Hey, for Kyrie to be normal.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Thinks
So the fact,
right.
Hey, he might want 199. Okay,
he can't get 199. The most.
No, you hear me? But he gonna change the rules of the league to get 199 because he like 9s instead of 8. At the end of his money.
You already know. You already know. As much as Kyrie been hurt, he's not going to decline 50 million a year for 4 years. As much as he been hurt.
Yeah, they have three. Hey, this story broke 3 hours ago, MB. Pipe Jam give us 10 minutes. You don't get it right, you out of here.
No, but what I'm saying is, do you think Kyrie with his injury prone self would be around here thinking about Pipe
Jam, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're nuts if they're not offering all three of them to stay together. I don't care what's going on with Kyrie. I'm a ride with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen,
we saw this year they ended up losing 2 guys. Obviously, none of them played together pretty much the entire season, and then down the stretch they lost 2 and got a hobbled James Harden back at the end. So I don't think you want to get involved in just not even trying to keep your studs together.
Well, James Harden isn't eligible. James Harden has to play one more season to be eligible for it. I'm saying
he's eligible. He's eligible right now too.
For the 198?
Yep.
So they ain't offering James Harden either. They don't want nobody but KD.
Listen. I would say this though. I will say this.
To breathe first.
It's easier if they don't want to go with Kyrie, they won't be wrong. It's not like it'll be hard to ask somebody to come play with KD.
Honestly, it would be a better look to get a third lesser guy. They still need a third guy, but it could. I think it worked better with a lesser guy and a bigger guy. A forward.
You're talking about over $500 million in 3 players. You willing to do that?
Yeah, bring over Kawhi. Hey, the Clippers. He ain't signed with the Clippers. That might be
Kyrie.
He's supposed to decline.
He signed today. He signed a 2-year deal.
Oh man, he
2-year deal, and he can opt out after this season coming up.
Oh, so this is another 1-year deal. He don't
Another
trust the
1-year deal.
organization.
Another 1-year deal.
Kawhi blaming them for his Paul George pick.
So basically, Kawhi's gonna have them
on, MB.
So basically, Kawhi's gonna have them pay him $40 million to rehab the whole year, and then he opt out and decide to go somewhere else.
Right, because he ain't playing. He's done.
He ain't playing this season.
That's hard.
So he's gonna get 40. He gonna get $40 million to rehab, and then say, "No, I don't want to be here."
MB, why would you do a deal like that if you the Clippers? Like, how does that make any sense?
Put the money in the bag.
No, I said the Clippers.
No.
If you the Clippers organization.
No. Listen, that's not it, MB. Keep it real. Clippers is the ugly duckling. The one who's never had a boyfriend. And the first time they got what's called a hunk. One of the hottest guys out. And so I'm willing to put up with anything. He cheated on you. He cheated. Listen. He cheated on you on the 50-yard line in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. The whole world seen it. I don't care. I still love him.
So that's what I'm saying. Put the money in the bag. He got him. I mean,
he's not robbing him. He's just
he got him at gunpoint. What else they gonna do? They're all in, man. They traded draft picks to sign to get his playoff P who he wanted. Right? They're committed on getting this thing done. All right. I mean, they're all in on this dude. So
you know what? You know what? No, let me say this, Kevin. You know what? I'm sitting on here.
Fully invested, K-Lou.
No, I'm sitting on this show.
They're fully invested.
Kevin, listen.
Okay.
You know what I don't like, K-Lou? I'm sitting on this show with 2 jocks, 2 guys who was outstanding in high school, who had all the girls liking them because they was big-time athletes, good-looking guys. And it was always that one girl. You don't have to admit it. I just say it. It was always that one girl that bought you food, bought you this, bought you little snacks and this and that. She liked you. You knew she liked you. And you would give her that list of what to get you, snacks to get you and everything. And she just was glad she's able to buy your snacks. Every athlete had one in high school. But why leave that alone? That's how the Clippers are right now.
So you saying, okay, so I'm confused. Help me out. Break it down for me. Because I'm saying he got him. Like the Clippers are all in. They fully committed to Kyrie.
But he won't marry them. He won't marry them. He won't marry them. He won't get engaged to them or nothing.
But K. Lou asked the question, why you think they'll agree to this? Why they would do that, right, K. Lou? Is that what
Because they're the ugly duckling. Nobody else
Right.
want them.
right? And I'm saying they all in. They fully committed, man. They all in. They put all their chips on the line.
And guess what? And guess what he's showing them? I'm not committed to you. What does that mean?
Hey, but they ain't going nowhere.
Because in this free agency market, did anybody say I want to go play for the Clippers?
No.
As much as people talk about the Lakers and say all these little things about having an old team, whatever, none of those LA guys said I want to go to the Clippers. What
Hey.
did Russell Westbrook tell Washington? I want to go to the Lakers. Find a way to get me there. He didn't say the Clippers.
Right. And so I guess we're saying the same thing. The Clippers all in with Kyrie. That's why you got me saying Kyrie.
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
They're all in with Kawhi. They fully invested, so that's why they're not going to be easily moved on from him. That's why they're dealing with that. But you know what? If he opt out, he can sign somebody. I'm sure it's some other dudes that want to pay him as well, Caleb. It's some other teams that's will deal with the same stuff with him because he's one of the top 5 players in the NBA. They'll still deal with him.
Exactly. So the only way I'm doing that, MB, and I was hoping to hear you say, is they doing that to move him. Because that's the only way I'm re-signing him to rehab for $40 million.
Yeah. Nah.
I'm trying to move him. They're making somebody else problem and create a blockbuster deal in the background. And then but to sit there, wait a whole nother year, and then be right in the same situation that you were in this past season, it's crazy. I'm not doing that.
Bro, you're right, but
I'm not doing that.
Like we had I think either Coach Early or Chucky talked about ACL injuries, man. People respond back to that. I mean, this dude, they don't see that as a major stumbling block. He get back on and boom, you got a top 5 player who's a face of your franchise. That's just a bump in the road, you know?
MB, well, I'm not even talking about his health, though. And his health is a whole nother situation and argument, to be honest with you. Like, that's past the ACL stuff. But I'll ignore all that. I'm saying, how can I attract anyone here and they don't know if he gonna be here or not? That's the selling point. Oh, we got PG and Kawhi. No, you don't. Dude could opt out. I'm not coming there. You know what I mean? And me and Paul George can't win this together. So that's what I'm saying. They'll never be able to get that third guy or that not even a third guy, but those key acquisitions, even the veterans. Look and see what the veterans pick. Like the vets that still can help you, get you over the hump. That'll tell you who has the real shots to win it, MB. And I hate to be like that because obviously y'all know I'm a Laker. So of course they go there. But look at the other teams. They going to Miami, MB. So like, listen, ain't nobody who signed up there. That's what I want to know. I mean, I think right now your boy, our old point guard, might be begging them to get over there, but they done already signed Jackson.
Hey, see how he played? You see how he played himself?
Well, yeah, let's get to that. Let's get to that. We were gonna talk about free agency, Pac Jam. First of all, Atlanta, they were able. They first on the list. MB, that it's weird. I sent MB the link, and they done flipped the link. You see that, MB? It ain't look like that this morning when I sent it to you. It was a different link. I just sent you another one though.
Okay.
They signed Patty Mills, John Collins, Pac Jam, Atlanta. Remember you talked about them needing a point guard. I think we all did. To back up Trey Young, and look what happened. They did it. That's a great situation for them. Y'all ain't want to jump in, one of y'all. Boston Celtics. I ain't like.
Can we just admit, as I said earlier, that Boston will be going straight down.
Yeah. Evan Fournier, Otto Porter Jr., Paul Millsap. Like, nothing about that intrigues me. nothing about that. I can see Evan Fournier helping them
No.
a lot.
Evan Fournier is not with Boston. He signed
No,
with
he
the
left.
Knicks for $19 million a year, 5 years.
Oh, this the wrong situation.
Listen, Boston got worse.
Well, I did.
Yeah,
As
you
I
kinda
told you
old
guys
with J. Lou.
earlier in the year, I said, watch for Boston to go
I
straight
tried to find
downhill.
another one. Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying that they was
And Brown is about to be traded.
That's what you said. You said Brown's gonna be traded. That was your point.
They have not got nowhere. You see, they got rid of they traded the boy to OKC. Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
He get OKC. Hey, Kemba Walker got OKC and said, listen, I got $150 million left on my deal. Y'all give me $100, I'm gone. They gave him $100 million payout. Within 30 minutes, he signed a 4-year deal with the Knicks. Playing chess, not checkers. Hey, man, this NBA, you gotta love it. You gotta
Man,
love it.
I'm trying to find the real one so I can go down the list, man. Because I don't know what happened.
So Pat, what's your biggest? What you think the biggest free agent signing?
I think the biggest free agent signing is what the Charlotte Hornets are doing. Quiet as it's kept. They're building a young running gun team. So I'm letting you know, when you play the Charlotte Hornets, you need to have your old man knees wrapped all the way up.
So
Because they
you
about to run you out the gym.
So who they signed? Oubre from the Warriors, right?
Yeah, that was a great addition.
So you like that addition?
Yes.
Okay.
And Ball's gonna push it. He's gonna push that pill.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Well, no, I ain't saying I don't like that at all, but I don't think it's gonna do what you talking about.
No,
It might be fun, but
they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs. Last year they finished right in the 9th seed. They're gonna make a step up. They're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs this year. Because what we're starting to see in the NBA more than in the war of attrition. We're starting to see the war of attrition, especially where they're scheduling these games. I just feel like, and then you look at the East is top heavy. Outside of Milwaukee and Brooklyn, it's anybody ball game after that, man. If you look at those rosters, from 3 on down, it's anybody ball game to fit in 3 to 8. When you look at Chicago, the Knicks, Charlotte, Atlanta, when you look at those teams, it's wide open from 3 to 8, man. Wide open. You can't say confidently that those teams outside of Brooklyn and Milwaukee is a cut above the rest of those guys. All them guys right there together. They really are. Ain't nobody the Magic, even the Miami Heat. I'm not sold on that squad. They just gonna be fighting people kids every night. They just gonna be playing bruiser basketball. That's it.
Hey, I love what the Heat did, MB.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta believe that was your favorite signings of free agency. Had to go with the Heat. My Impact Jam, and I can't find the list. I had a great list that spelled out everybody, all the teams and everything. I don't know what happened. Was Utah, man. What Utah did, they doubled down at who they are. And I think it's so important, MB, that you not get away from whatever it is y'all decided y'all are as a team. And if you see what they did, they re-signed Mike Conley, which was super important.
Yeah.
They then brought Hassan Whiteside over there to back up Rudy Gobert. So they said, look, when he come out, we sending another one out there, and this one actually can score.
And what was the most important signing they did? You ain't named it yet.
I can't. It ain't in front of me right now. I'm mad.
They brought over the best friend of Donovan Mitchell, his childhood friend since he was 6 years old, Pascal from Golden State.
Pascal.
Because
Listen, me and MB had a pre-show. He brought him up while I was at the grocery store. Pre-show, baby.
What's been the problem of Donovan Mitchell? What's been Donovan Mitchell's problem? The fact that he don't like living in Utah, he don't like being there, the social aspect of it. Remember, he was somebody he wanted to be traded just for the season ended last year?
Okay.
You remember that, Donovan Mitchell?
No.
So what did they do?
I don't remember that.
What did they do? We're going to go all in to make you feel comfortable because we know you are a superstar. They went and got his best friend, somebody you can hang out with. Both of y'all young, single, non-married, no kid guys. We're going to give you somebody you can cheat. You see what I'm saying? That was a smart move.
It still ain't no way to hang out in Utah, though.
No, I said, but no, somebody. But no, I'm not necessarily in the move.
You forget when we was youngest and we went to Salt Lake City. MB, it was 2 NBA players walking in the mall. We young basketball players, you know, dreaming to be them. MB, you would obviously think we gonna run over there to them, right?
Right.
They ran to us, MB. Where y'all? Why y'all here?
No,
How
I'm
y'all
just.
Pac Jam, no, I ain't lying. He was with us.
No, I'm just saying it just means a lot to him to have somebody to socialize with, like you just said.
They was asking for our autographs. They
But
said
that's what that
they
deal
were
was
happy
for.
to see some people look like them. MB, they ain't care.
Right,
They said,
right, right.
We could, hey man, where y'all from? No
Right.
lie, MB. They was talking to us like we was the players. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't no color folks out there.
So
But yeah,
so it ain't happening, MB.
but no, and that's why it was important to go get Pascal for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, K-Lou like Pascal anyway as a player, right?
Oh, I love him. That's
Pascal
who
was
they should have moved on from Draymond Green for him.
Exactly.
He's
Because
a
they're the
baller.
same.
He's a
Except
baller.
he has an 18-foot jump shot.
He can shoot all of it.
Right.
Yeah, he can
What if
score. Anyway,
Right.
they have to guard him when he come in the game.
Which move surprised y'all? Which free agency signing surprised y'all?
A surprise move.
Yeah, a head stretcher.
DeMar
I'm
DeRozan
gonna
going
go
to Chicago.
Yeah.
Drummond and Sixers.
DeMar DeRozan going to Chicago.
Okay,
I don't understand. MB, they're loving. The analysts are loving what Chicago did. I don't understand it. They got DeMar DeRozan and Alex Caruso.
And they got Ball as well.
Right. And
But I'm gonna tell you why.
But you got a point guard that's in the Olympics right now, Zach LaVine.
No, he need more a shooting guard.
Yeah,
Well,
shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard, but he plays with the basketball all the time. So good
The thing
luck.
about it is, what Chicago did was what the Magic should have did. Give the people the reason to have the lights on in the playoffs. Even if it ain't but one round, have the lights on.
Yeah.
Get a buzz going. Chicago needed a buzz. We been dead. Let's get a buzz going. And that's what that was all about. And that's why it was a great move organizational wise. Stop, because guess what? Stop doing what the Magic do. Keep drafting these young dudes, top of the draft every year. You ain't got no one pick, you ain't got none anyway. So stop it. Because you got to develop the kid up under him. All right? Stop doing that every year. You got 6, 7 guys on your squad got to be developed. Chicago say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to spend this money, man. We can just go get some guys, man, get the lights on, man, in the playoffs. That's what they did. So I commend them for that. I just thought DeMar DeRozan, after he said he was signed, he was on the podcast saying I made enough money, is what he told Uncle Shay Shay on the podcast. He said, I made enough money. I just want to play for a winning team now. So I thought he was looking to sign with a playoff team.
No, he went
And then
back
they
to
go
the
over
money.
there. But then again, hey, they said what, 3 years, 75 million for 3 years?
85. I think 85.
85 for 3 years. So I guess,
Yeah, he went back to that money. All that sounded good till they started offering them that bread, them ducats. Yeah. And obviously we got to talk about it, MB. Both of us love what the Lakers did, making the biggest splash of free agency. I told you, MB, we don't care about free agents. We flip guys. You know what I'm saying? MB was like, well, ain't nobody, or I don't know if it was you. I think it was either Coach or Chucky. No, I think it was Coach. Hollering about how, who's out there in free agency for the Lakers to get. And I told him, free agency? What's that?
Listen, we do the Lakers.
Everybody's available for us. LB.
Listen, the Lakers do what the Power 5 conferences do when a kid commit to a school. We flip the commit. I thought he was going to the U. No, he going to Alabama.
Oh, there it is. LB.
Ooh, there you go. Who they flip? Who they flip?
There you go.
Who do they flip?
He was saying it was an example, LB,
I
but
know, I know. I'm just talking about who the Lakers. When you talk about the Lakers,
we flipped from the Washington Wizards. We flipped Russell Westbrook.
We flipped the white. We flipped Kendrick Nunn. You know what's so funny, LB? Everybody was saying that was one of the hardest guards on the market to go after was Kendrick Nunn.
A year ago,
That's
not
the one
last
you
season, but the season before.
Instant buckets. All of a sudden, he get to the Lakers, where the buzz at. But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
We okay with it.
Now that's the one you flip because he had opportunity to make more money out there.
Can you imagine LeBron? Can you imagine LeBron coming down the court and swinging that thing too wide on Kendrick Pope with that left hand over there?
No, man. Stop, Pac Jam.
What?
We getting it to Russ now, man. LeBron gonna stop all that, man. We need
Listen.
we need to last through the season.
Listen, the Russ gonna be ranked in the MVP voting just off what he doing with the second unit. The guy that leads the league in points in the paint and gets you a triple double.
What is he? 6'5"?
Who, Russ?
Yeah.
6'3".
Oh wow, my bad.
6'3", and running that 100 meter on you. That 100 meter high. He running the high hurdles because he get up there. Don't he, MB?
Can you imagine how they gonna be? Hey, the faces he gonna be making after he dunking at the Staples Center. He might rip off his jersey. He might just snatch his jersey to pieces.
Hey, Lou, you missed it, man. The players did it. They did their signing today and did the media thing today at the Staples Center today, man. It was love. It was number love, man. Number love. Dwight Howard acted a fool as normal. He went in the locker room and on live on Instagram and showed everybody LeBron's locker, showed everybody the jerseys. The jerseys are already posted. Number 0 for Westbrook and number 7 for Melo. He's showing the jerseys already laid out in the locker room. Big things popping, baby, in LA, baby. Wayne Ellington wore a purple suit. He wore a purple suit today. Yeah. That was big things popping in the Staples Center with Jenny Buss today, MB. I wish you could have been there.
And one thing they know, boy. Hey, MB, when you play for us, one thing you know, you playing for next year, baby. Ain't no year after that. You're playing for next year. So what you put down this year determines if we bringing you back. So you don't win it all, you in trouble. You up the road. Ask Kyle Kuzma, baby. He thought he was good. We gave him an extension. And MB, you know exactly what I told you when you say y'all done signed Kuzma. I say, listen, we signing him to trade him. He's out of there. He wore his welcome. He didn't do nothing for us in the during the championship run. I knew he was out there.
He started modeling, then he started dating a model. It's time to go.
Yeah, that ain't why we brought you here, son. We ain't bring you here for Hollywood. You got to do something for us before you go to Hollywood. You trying to hit Hollywood first. See,
only one Laker does.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just about to say only one Laker does Hollywood, and he don't even play for the Lakers. He's the Hollywood Laker. That's Magic Johnson. Everybody else get in the Staples Center and put down, man.
Yeah. Well, Pac Jam, we appreciate you as usual pulling up on us, man.
Hey, man, I'm glad to see MB, man, because I already know, man, about 30 more days, man, it's gonna be ugly, man. It's gonna be ugly, man. MB, I need to make sure you come to Atlanta that weekend, MB. I need you in Atlanta that weekend.
You showing up, MB?
No, I ain't going.
Come on, man. The whole you gonna be there.
I ain't going.
Come on, man. Don't you do Manny Diaz like that.
Put on a hazmat suit, MB, and show up.
Put on a what?
Hazmat suit. You know, all white. You zip in it.
Because it's gonna
Add
need
you
the
an
hazmat to
oxygen
come
tank
clean it up.
to it.
Hey,
Put an oxygen tank book
Hey,
bag
Kevin.
on. You good?
that's the best suit you need to wear because it's gonna need a hazmat crew to clean it up.
Oh,
Because it's gonna be everywhere.
He say you going there to clean up.
It's gonna be everywhere. Hey, you and your 27-year-old quarterback.
Oh, LB, how old is that granddaddy?
I'll take him.
How old is he? He older than Patrick Mahomes. No lie, right now. He's older than Patrick Mahomes right now. Crickets.
Yeah, they cheat. LB them cheating, man.
Hey man, turn down number colors, baby.
I told you Dion's gonna be the one to turn that program around.
How many grandkids King got?
And you know that same weekend, Dion's in Miami playing against Fam. That same weekend, that's gonna be his day. That's gonna be when he win the city over, and they're gonna go to screaming Dion for the youth. Watch that weekend. That same weekend, Miami's in Atlanta. Dion's got Jackson State against Fam down there in Miami.
Hey, that Miami alumni ain't signing off on that.
They
man.
ain't signing off on that. That's
They ain't
blasphemy.
signing off on that.
That's blasphemy right there.
Listen,
Hey,
every time Dion posts something, you don't see number Canes liking everything he posts. Santana Moss, Clint Portis, don't make me go to dropping the rest of them names. Every time he posts something,
as
look
long
who
as
like
he
what he
posting
posts.
it from somebody else school.
Oh, we got love for Dion though.
Hey,
Dion's a Fort Myers kid. Dion with the U, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
man,
He down
I'm
south
telling
kid.
you, they ain't signing off on that. I promise you that.
Oh, you want Randy Shannon back?
Hey, that'll be a good move. I like it. Bring Randy
It's
back.
only two. It's only two guys can flip Miami like that. Only two can flip it just like that. And that's Dion and Charlie Strong. They're the only two can flip that Miami program just like that. They don't hire neither one of them. They don't hire neither one of them. Another 10 years the other way.
Hey, now you know I'm a Charlie Strong guy, and I definitely agree with that one. But the other one, because I'm ignoring the Dion talk, because that's not gonna happen. But LB already heard me say it. Sal, baby, sign him up. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. He'll pull everything out of Alabama. All the big boys will be wanting to come play for Coach Sal. I'm trying to tell you. The charisma, man, they'll lead. I told LB that. They want to get back on top. Bring the 20-year back. Hey, listen. Get Sap in the building. Man.
Might as well. You can get paid now. You ain't got to. You get the money on top of the table now. You ain't got to put the money under the table no more. You can put it on the top of the table.
The LB ain't gonna even be on the show with me no more because Sap pulling him too. He gone. Hey, Sap will have now. See it. Everybody would have pissed everybody off. Every single coach gonna be a former player. All of them.
Hey, K-Luke, but on another note, before you go,
he gonna be
before y'all
everybody.
Go, did y'all see the number one quarterback out of high school? Left school and went on and signed with Ohio State already. He's left school because he couldn't get paid while he was playing.
Oh yeah, he left early.
He out of Texas. He the number one quarterback in the nation. He said, "Well, I can't play high school ball."
Yeah.
What that's telling you, man? These kids want to get paid right now.
Yeah, it's over with. We are. Yeah, that's a done deal. This high school stuff is a done deal.
So if the kid
overtime need to start a football league, MB. If overtime start a football league, it's a wrap. Won't no kids be, hey, them 4 and 5 stars will be playing for overtime, not their high schools.
Right. It only makes sense.
Can you imagine that MB overtime football league?
Might as well.
The high school basketball, professional basketball league.
Right. Do that for the football kids. They gone.
My man Luke is the commissioner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, baby. Hey, Luke will probably be head of football operations with Sap. But shoot, Pac Jam, we'll definitely holler at you.
All right.
Man,
hey, man. I just missed a call, man. A youth player calling me, man. Hold up. Who that say?
Brandon.
Hey, you already called me, man. I missed his calls. I'm on the show.
Hey, he probably heard you bashing him, so he ready to go in on you.
Hey, man.
He heard you say somebody got flipped from Alabama, from Miami to Alabama. Yeah. That's all he heard, and he trying to find out who it was.
All right, y'all have a good one. I'm finna call.
All right. Man, we appreciate y'all for pulling up, coming through, hollering at us, because you know us. Sideline to baseline with MB and K Luke, we are gone.
Peace.